Hey guys, welcome back for another day of our 12 Days of Fitness. After a long weekend, I always think that it feels really good to just kind of get moving with a little bit of a mobility flow. So I've still got 12 exercises or 12 sets of exercises for us today. We're going to do each for about a minute. Rather than having some rest in between where I explain, I'm going to encourage you to follow along as I do the first movement step by step, and then we'll just keep going. I'll kind of keep cueing you into it because some of them are a little bit more complicated. Excuse me, but all you need is make sure you have some space to move side to side, front to back. You've got a little bit of space there, and then we will be doing a partial Turkish get-up. So if you do want one hand weight, lightweight, very lightweight, you are welcome to grab that as well. And like I said, about a minute for each exercise. We'll move through all 12 for about 12 minutes here, and get our joints, everything, and body and everything warmed up and moving, and just kind of ready to be a little bit more comfortable for moving into our week, especially for the holiday week, because we might be spending some more time traveling, some more time in a car or a plane. So also, if any of these exercises or movement patterns feels particularly good, something to put into your arsenal just to work on, there are some good things that you could work on while you're just watching TV, or after you get out of the car or off of the plane for a while, and just need a little bit of movement, a little bit of grease in the joints. So we're going to start off with a little bit of upper body and core here for our first minute. We're going to do a rocket to a downward facing dog. So the first thing that I want you to do here is go ahead and set up in that high push-up plank position. As we get into it, we're going to move into our rocket here. So to go into your rocket, follow along with me. We're going to bend those knees and press those hips backwards. So we're working those shoulders as we press backwards into that rocket, keeping those hips nice and low. So we're not going up into that down dog yet. We're keeping them low. From there, we'll press back out to that high push-up plank and then up into that downward facing dog. So keeping those legs long. Let's do that a couple more times here. Press it back. We've got a minute of work here. We're already halfway through with that explanation. So that last 30 seconds here, just keeping it moving. Use your core to press up into that down dog, so not just lifting those hips, but pressing that core in nice and tight, pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Keep working here. We got about 10 more seconds. All right, fabulous. We're going to stay in this plank position to move into our next movement. So go ahead right back into that plank. We've got a lunge and then a spinal twist. So I'm going to have you take your right foot and press it to the outside of that right leg. From there, left hand stays planted. We're going to open up through that right side. Nice stretch. Back down to center. Press that right foot back to meet the left. And then left comes forward. Same thing. Left arm lifts. Go it a couple times just like that. So that same side arm lifts with that leg. We're in that nice low lunge. And I'll just turn sideways so you can see what's going on here just in case you're still a little confused. We're stepping forward, lifting up, back down. $15 more seconds here. Excellent. We're going to bring it down to the floor next. So next time you come back to that plank, go ahead and bring it right on down to the floor. All right, we're going to find an active lift into our Cobra Stretch. So from here, our hands are going to stay in close. I want you to lift them about 2 inches up off the floor if you can, and then press that torso up. Keep those feet down. Press that torso up so that active lift, that little bit of lower back work as high as you can go. And then go ahead and plant those hands and press up into that Cobra for that little stretch. From there, go ahead and lower back down. Same thing. Lift those hands 2 or 3 inches. Press the torso up, plant the hands, press up into Cobra. Keep going just like that. If you like a little bit longer of a hold, a little bit more lower back work, you can find that. If you like a little longer of a hold in that Cobra, you can find that as well. 20 more seconds. Last one here. When you finish out that last Cobra, we're gonna flip it on over. onto our back. So this one's a little bit complicated. So we're gonna do a full minute on each side. I'm gonna start with my right knee bent, my left leg out long, right arm up towards the ceiling. Now this is where you can grab that light hand weight if you'd like. From here, let's find a sit up. So keep that arm up nice and tall. You can use that left arm for support if you'd like, up to nice and tall. From there, we're gonna take our weight onto that left hand and circle that left leg underneath. So weight onto that left hand, circle that left leg underneath into that low lunge, press the torso up tall. Come back down to that hand, undo that sweep, set those hips down, bring that torso down. Same thing, here we go. Sit up, weight on that left hand, sweep it through, plant that knee, sit it up nice and tall. Back down to that hand, back under, set that hip down, and come down. Give me one more time on this side. So we've got that exhale, sit up, sweep through, to that knee, tall torso, core, back down, sweep under, set that hip down, bring it down. We're switching sides here for that second minute. So left knee is bent, right leg is out long, right hand out long, left arm has that weight or just stick straight up in that air. Here we go. Let's take it up nice and tall. Weight on that right hand this time. Sweep that left knee or that right knee through. Tall torso. Back down to that right hand. Undo that sweep. Set those hips down. Bring it back down. Here we go. Keep moving, keep moving. Once again, we got that sit up. Weight on that right hand. Sweep that right knee through to that lunge. Up nice and tall. We got one more of these here for me. So once you get back down, give me one more. And then sink it down. Fabulous. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and sit it up. Bring it on over. Another one that's kind of a complicated range of motion. So once again, we're gonna do a minute for each side here. So this one's gonna be a little bit of balance. If you need to have a wall or something nearby, please feel free to find it. We're gonna start off in a lunge. So I'm gonna take my right leg back long, plant that knee, left leg is forward. So go ahead and join me there. From here, we're gonna go right into our balance position. We're gonna turn that right toe under, lift the knee, so we're balanced, and then lift that right knee up, so we're in that balanced position. From there, single leg deadlift, we're gonna press that right foot back long, hinge at those hips just as far as you can go, so if that's a little less, that's fine. From here, we're gonna step it back into that lunge, bend that left knee, send those toes down, send that knee down, top of that foot. Here we go, same thing. Turn a toe under, lift the knee. Right knee lifts, hinge at the hips, send the right foot back, bend the left knee, plant the right toes, back in that lunge, and then back down. Keep moving for me here. We've got about 10 more seconds here, so give me one more time through from wherever you are. And then from that kneeling position, we're just gonna switch those legs. So right knee is forward, left knee is down, same concept. When you're ready, here we go. So turn that left toe under this time. Find that knee lift, balance. Send that foot back, hinge at the hips. Left foot plants, bend the right knee, left knee goes down. Same thing, keep it moving. Excellent work, excellent work. Give me one more time through here, one more time from wherever you are. Fabulous. From there, we're going to take it up to standing. So when you finish that last one, go ahead and stand it up nice and tall. All right. This one, one time through, 1 full minute here. Go ahead and join me with those feet a little wider than hip width apart. Maybe right under those shoulders, maybe a little bit wider, toes can point out slightly. First thing that we're gonna do from here is hinge at those hips. So send those hips back, fingertips down towards the toes, try and keep those legs long. Now we're in that kind of squat position because that's where we're gonna go next. I want you to bend those knees, sink those hips down just as low as you can go. So if that's here, that's fine. If you can go a little lower, that's fabulous. Raise the arms and then stand it up. Same thing, we're hinging at those hips. Bend the knees into that squat. Lift the arms, stand it up. Hip hinge to squat. Raise the arms, stand it up. And if you can't quite raise those arms all the way, that's totally fine. My shoulder is feeling a little funky today, so maybe I'm only coming to here. Keep it working, keep it working. We're almost there. Give me one more time through. Excellent. All right, we're coming up to tall. I'm gonna face the other direction here, make sure we have a little space side to side. All right, we're gonna start with those feet nice and wide, so a little wider than that squat position because we're gonna go into a lateral lunge. I'm gonna go over towards that first side, bending that knee, sending that hip back. From here, we're gonna transfer sides while we stay low. So bending both knees, keeping the head at that same level, then lengthening that right leg for me. Stand it up tall, take it back in that second direction. Bend that second knee, keep it low, transfer across the center, stand it up. Keep going just like that, back and forth. Keep the chest nice and tall. Excellent. When you get back to that first side, give me one more time in each direction here. So I'm going in that first direction one more time. And then in that second direction one more time. Nice. From here, we're bringing it down to the floor. All right, from the floor, I'm gonna face a little bit away from center. So my right shin is gonna be towards center. Left knee is gonna be in front of my body. We're at kind of a 90 degrees hip position. So my left leg's at 90 degrees in front. My right leg's about at 90 degrees out to the side. I keep it in a little bit closer. From here, I'm gonna take my arms out nice and long. Lift my right knee. We're gonna come all the way through center, so as far as you can go, and then lift that left. Switch sides. If you need that arm support, if you need to lean back to do it, feel free to find it. From here, my right knee is out to the side. I'm gonna plant my right hand, lift my hips, send it back down. Same thing, opposite direction. Left knee lifts, over to that first side again. Plant that left hand, that outside hand, hip lift. Keep going just like that. So a little bit of hip mobility work here. If this is a tough one for you, that's okay. Maybe you need to lean back a little bit, use that support. Next time you get back to that first direction, I want you to do one more time each way. So if I started facing this way, I'm gonna do hip lift. Go back in that first direction. Hip lift. And then last one takes me back to that starting position. Hip lift. Excellent. All right. From there, we're going to keep it seated. We're going to do what I am going to lovingly refer to today as Lukma, no hands. We're going to bring it from a seated position to a standing position, and we're going to work on not using our hands to get up. So practicing getting off the floor without using our hands. From this comfortable seated position that I've got here, I'm going to slightly adjust so that I have one of my shins facing the ground. Rock forward onto that shin. Now my right leg is planted. I can stand it up tall. And then I'm going to do the opposite of what I just did. So I'm going to slide my left shin back down to the floor, send those hips down, and then switch my legs. So left foot comes forward, right shin goes down. Don't use those hands if you can. Stand it up tall. Slide that right leg back down, send those hips down. A couple more here. Let's go one more time on each side. So I'm gonna lead with my right one more time, left shin down, stand it up. And then I'm gonna lead with my left, right shin down. Stand it up, stay standing, okay? All right, one more exercise. This is it, you guys. A little bit of upper body. We're gonna find a nice deep squat. We're gonna do a little bit of upper body work. So I want you to take those feet nice and wide, toes point slightly outwards. We're gonna squat it down, bring those arms together at center, sweep them out, and come up overhead. From here, one lateral stretch in each direction. So right arm's gonna come down, left arm is gonna reach, come through center, other side. Come back up to center. Left arm comes forward, right arm goes backwards. Open those shoulders to the right side. Up to center, second side. Keep the feet right where they were. Up to center, circle the arms down. Here we go, once again, that nice sweeping inhale up, lateral stretch. And then spinal twists. Two more. Last one. All right, and one final nice deep breath to finish us off, same as we did there. Inhale takes us up, and exhale brings us down. Thanks so much for joining me for another day of 12 Days of Fitness. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I hope to see you next time.